Welcome to your 30-minute mat Pilates class. When you're ready, come stand at the end of your mat and we'll begin. We're going to start in a mountain pose, so bring those arms all the way up and overhead, then leaning over towards the right, opening up that left side body, starting to sink in with that breath, and leaning over towards the left, stretching out that right side body. We'll slowly come back to center and then rolling all the way down, relaxing our neck, head and shoulders, soft bend in the knees, and then walking our hands all the way out to a downward dog position. So pushing those hips up to the sky, chest toward our thighs, and then we're slowly pedaling out one knee and then the other. Just bending through, opening up through that upper back, really try and push that chest through towards our thighs. And then once we've done a few rounds of those, we'll come down into a 4-point position. So knees under our hips, hands underneath our shoulders, and we'll go into our cat-cows. So we'll inhale, arch our back, eye gaze comes forward. Exhale, puff our back up to the sky, eye gaze looks back towards our thighs. Really moving through each segment of the spine as we push the floor away to round up, exhale. And as we tuck that belly back down to the floor as we inhale. From there, we're going to bring our left foot out nice and wide. We're going to come into our world's greatest stretch. So bringing that left elbow down towards the floor. Then we're going to reach it all the way up to the sky. Eye gaze follows our fingertips up. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we extend up. Trying to open through those hips, through that upper back. Really focusing on those slow, deep breaths. Switch to the other side now, so left foot comes back, right foot comes forward, bringing the right elbow down towards the floor, and then reaching those right fingertips up to the sky. Eye gaze follows our fingertips. Again, we inhale as the elbow comes down, exhale as we open up through the upper back, open up through those hips. Alright, we're going to come take a lie down onto our backs now, so feet flat on the floor, knees bent. We'll start with our pelvic tilt. So we're going to exhale, push those hip bones away from us, arching through our lower back. Then inhale as we tuck them back in towards us, flattening our back to the floor. So it's a little micro movement, warming up that pelvis. And then when you're ready, we're going to tuck the hip bones back towards us and then slowly roll those hips up off the floor into our glute bridge. Big squeeze of those glutes at the top and then slowly roll back down the spine, upper back, mid back, lower back, and then repeat. Next time we lift those hips all the way up, we're going to give it a nice big squeeze at the top. Lift our right knee up to tabletop, lower it back down, then lift the left knee up to tabletop and lower it back down, then slowly roll the spine back down. We're going to repeat that, so lifting the hips up, balance on the left, bring the right knee to tabletop, bring it down, bring the left knee to tabletop, bring it down, then roll down the spine. Next time we lift the hips up, we're going to keep the hips up and then just focus on alternating the legs. So we're lifting the right, then we're lifting the left, keeping those hip bones lifted nice and even here, and we're just alternating which leg is doing the work. We're here for 6, for 5, slow and controlled, 4, keep those hips lifted, 3, once we're finished here, we'll hold the hips up, 2 and 1. Good. Both feet down, hold the hips, and then slowly roll down upper back, mid back, lower back, and reset. We'll work some single leg now. So left foot on the floor, right knee into tabletop. We're going to drive through that left foot and drive those hips all the way up. Big squeeze of that left glute at the top before we slowly control it back down. That right knee stays in tabletop the whole time here. We're here for 10 more seconds. I'm going to hold the hip up. We're going to do some single leg pulses. So we'll come down halfway, up halfway, in 2. 1, hold the hip up and pulse. Nice. Lift and lower in that mid-range. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing the right foot down and then slowly rolling the hips back down. Nice. All right, now let's do the same on the other side. So right foot down, left knee into tabletop, and then driving through that right heel to lift the hip all the way up, and then slowly controlling it back down. All right, we're here for 10 more seconds, and we're going to add in our pulses on this side. So we leave our hips up in 3, 2, 1, up, and let's pulse. Halfway up, halfway down. Little lift and lowers. Squeeze that glute. We're here for 10. Good. Keep it going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering that left foot down and then slowly rolling the hips back down. Let's just rock those knees side to side. Give that back a little bit of a stretch out. And then from there, we'll come into a little bit of core work. So we're going to come back to center, bring our right knee into tabletop, followed by our left, and then bring our arms up to the ceiling. We want a nice neutral spine here. So just checking in that our belly button's drawing to our spine. So we're going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, float those hands down towards our hips, lifting the chin to our chest, and then slowly lowering all the way back down, bringing those arms up to the ceiling. Next time we lift ourselves up, we're going to hold it there. So hands going to stay held by our hips. We're going to straighten our right leg out nice and long, bring it back to tabletop, then straighten out the left leg out nice and long, bring it back to tabletop, and then lower our head and shoulders back down. All right, in 10 seconds, we're going to lift ourselves up and hold it there and just work the legs. Off we go in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lift ourselves all the way up, hold those hands by our hips and extend the right, bring it back to center, extend the left. Just keep alternating throughout. Can we lift that chest a little bit higher? Keep that belly button sucking towards our spine. We're nearly there. Let's speed it up for the last little bit. Nice quick inhales and exhales. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, hugging those knees into our chest and lying back down. All right, when you are ready, we're going to make our way up, standing at the back of our mat. We're going to roll ourselves down and then walk our hands out to a high plank position. We're going to do some push-ups here. So you can do these on your knees or your toes, but we will be adding a rotation. So if you are doing the push-ups on your knees, just make sure you come up onto your toes for the rotation. So it's an inhale as we lower, we bring our chest down towards the floor. Exhale, we push back up, and then we rotate up so those fingertips reach up to the sky. Our feet and our hips are going to turn with us, and then it's a nice straight line as we look up towards our fingertips. Slow and controlled with these, just take whatever pace you need, and if you do need to drop down to your knees at any point, that is totally fine. Just make sure that you are maintaining that good form the whole time. In 10 seconds, we're going to take out the rotation and just focus on our push-up, whether that is on your knees or toes, that's up to you. Meet me there in 2 and 1. Off we go. Inhale, lower. Exhale as we press. Our glutes switched on. Our core is activated here. 10 seconds left. Inhale as we lower. Exhale, press. Last 5. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Sitting it back into our child's pose. Stretch it out. All right, and when you're ready, we're going to come up into our standing series. So we're going to do some lunges. So left foot will go forward, right foot will go back. We're going to inhale, bring our right knee down towards the floor. Exhale as we drive through our heel, our big toe and our little toe to stand us back up nice and tall. We'll do a few here before we add to the combo. So in 10 seconds, we're going to hold it down. We're going to float the arms out and add in some rows. So bringing those arms out in front of you. Next time you come all the way up, arms float out in front of your chest. We lower down, we hold. We pull the left arm back, eye gaze follows our elbow, and then we stand back up. So it's like we're pulling a bow and arrow next to us, really pulling that elbow back, getting that torso rotation, but trying to bring that back knee down nice and low to the floor as well. So this takes a little bit of balance, bit of control. So just nice and slow with this as you get yourself used to it. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold down in that lunge position and just add our row. So stay down with the knee in 3, 2, 1. Hold it down, row the elbow back, straighten out the arm, row the elbow back, straighten out the arm. Keep that back knee down nice and low. In 10 seconds, we're going to finish this series with some pulses. So we keep the arms out straight in front and we're just going to pulse the back knee up and down. In 2 and 1. Arms out in front, little pulses up and down for 10. Nice, keep that torso upright. Can we get that knee a little closer to the floor? We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, come on up, shake out those legs. We're going to come down into a 4-point kneeling position now. So hands directly under our shoulders, knees directly under our hips. You can do a couple of cat-cows just to loosen up through your back and then finding that nice halfway point, so our neutral position. From there, we're going to extend the right arm and the left leg out long. And then we're going to round through our back to meet our right elbow and our left knee together underneath us. So getting a little abdominal crunch as we bring the knee to elbow and then straightening all the way out. Big squeeze through the glutes, big squeeze through the core. Inhale as we extend, exhale as we bring it back in. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold our right arm and our left leg out long and we're going to pulse them up and down. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Extend them out long, little pulses up and down, keeping that back nice and flat, making sure we're not tipping that hip open. We're here for 5, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that left knee back down under our hip, right hand under our shoulder. From here, we're going to extend the left leg long and then just little pulses up and down, keeping those hips square to the floor. Good, keep that going, neck nice and long, everything's a nice straight line. We're going to add on another movement here. So in 5 seconds, we're going to hold that leg up and we're going to bend our left heel in towards our glutes and then straighten it back out. Off we go, bend and extend. So we're keeping that leg pretty well in line with our hip and we're just thinking about bringing our left heel towards our glute, getting a nice big squeeze before we extend it out. In 10 seconds, we're going to keep that knee bent and we're going to pulse our foot up towards the sky. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Pulsing up to the ceiling, little kicks up and down. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done, bringing that knee back down into our 4-point position. When you're ready, come back up to standing. We're now going to repeat all of that on the other side, starting with our lunges. So our right foot goes forward, our left knee goes back. Hands can start on our hips here. As we inhale, lower the back knee down. Exhale, drive through our big toe, little toe, and heel to stand us back up. In 10 seconds, we're going to add on that row combo. So we'll bring those arms out in front and we'll add in that rowing movement. So next time you come up, you're going to hold your arms out in front. As we go down for that lunge, we row the right arm back, eye gaze follows our elbow, and then we stand back up. Still focusing on driving through that heel, big toe, and little toe, and getting that nice big rotation through our upper back as we pull that elbow back. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold our left knee down and just focus on the row. So we're going to keep those arms out nice and straight and bend and extend through the right. In 3, 2, 1, bringing that left knee down and just do the row. So pull the right elbow back and extend, making sure we're really rotating through that upper back, looking back towards our elbow with every rep. In 10 seconds, we're going to finish off the combo with our pulses. So we'll keep those arms out straight and just pulse the knee up and down. In 3, 2, 1, arms out straight, little pulses up and down. Keep that knee nice and low to the floor. You've got it. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, stepping that back foot in, shake it out. All right, coming down to that 4-point position. So hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips, doing a couple of our cat-cows here, and then finding that nice neutral spine, so that halfway point. We extend our left arm and our right leg out long, and then we're gonna round through the spine to get our elbow to meet our knee. Nice big crunch of that core before we extend it all the way out. Squeezing the glutes as we straighten, making sure it's a nice long line from our fingertips to our toes, and we're not tilting through our hips here. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold out the left arm and the right leg. I'm going to add those little pulses in 5, 3, 2, 1, holding them out and pulsing up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stacking both hands underneath our shoulders, we're going to extend that right leg out so it's nice and long, and then we're pulsing it up towards the ceiling and back towards the floor, just working in that mid-range here. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold the leg up and add in that bend and extend of the right foot towards our glute. So in 2, 1, hold that leg up and out straight. We bend the right heel in towards our glute, and then we extend it out long. Trying to keep those hips nice and square to the floor, even pressure through each hand. Keep that leg nice and lifted here. We're going to finish with our pulses. So we'll bend the knee and pulse our foot up to the sky in 3, 2, 1. Bending that knee in, and then little pulses up and down to the sky. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting there. When you're ready, we're going to come up standing. We're going to do some modified burpees now. So with these, our hands go down first at the front of the mat. We step our right foot back, our left foot back into a high plank, our right foot in, our left foot in, and then we stand back up. We're going to alternate which leg we're stepping out and in, just to make sure we're keeping it nice and even. So whatever foot you step out with, step in with it. And then make sure when you are coming in, you're stepping those feet in nice and wide. We're aiming to get our heels to the floor here, but if not, just do whatever feels comfortable for you. Take these nice and slow at your own pace, and just make sure when you are stepping back, we're really trying to aim for that nice strong plank position, so shoulders over our wrists, glutes are nice and tight, core is switched on. We're here for another 10 seconds, and we're going to hold it down in that high plank position and do some mountain climbers. So we'll go opposite knee to opposite elbow in 3, 2, and 1. Next time you're in that plank position, we're going to hold it there, bring that opposite knee towards our opposite elbow, pause for 1 to 2 seconds, and then going towards the other side. Great work. We have another 10 seconds left of our mountain climbers here, so keep going strong. We're here for 5, for 3, 2, and 1. Pushing back to that downward dog, stretch it out. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up standing in the center of our mat. We're going straight into some squats. So finding whatever position is comfortable for you here, slight turn out of the toes. And then we're going down into that squat as we inhale, exhale, we stand back up. Now you choose whatever depth works for you today. In 10 seconds, we're going to add a calf raise at the top of the movement. So as we come up tall, we're going to lift the heels off the floor in 3, 2, and 1. Next time you come up from your squat, you're going to drive all the way up, lift up onto your tippy toes, lower the heels, and then going back down into that squat. In 10 seconds, we're going to add to our combo. So we'll come down into our squat, add 2 pulses at the bottom, and then we'll still come back up into that calf raise. So lifting the heels off the floor, off we go. Down for 2 pulses, come all the way up, onto those tippy toes, lower the heels, come back down into that pulse for 1, 2, driving up, and onto the tippy toes. We're nearly finished this squat series. In 10 seconds, we're going to finish with our pulses. So we're all going to hold down into that squat and just focus on those nice mid-range pulses. Meet me there in 2 and 1. Down we go and hold and pulse. Stay down nice and low. Can we get a little bit lower? Make sure that chest stays nice and proud. Nearly there. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Shake it out. We're going to come down onto our stomachs now. So in this position, we're going to push our hip bones in towards the floor. Make sure our glutes are switched on the whole time and our quads are nice and tight. We're going to stack our hands on top of each other and then glue our hands to our forehead. We take an inhale as we lift our hands and head off the floor. Exhale as we lower back down. So make sure that you are active through that lower body here just to take away any strain on the lower back. Inhale as we lift. Exhale as we lower. In 10 seconds, we're going to add on. So we're going to hold our heads up, extend the arms out on an angle, and then come back down. Off you go. Next time you lift, straighten the arms out, bring the hands back to your forehead, and then lowering back down. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold ourselves lifted in that extension position and we're just going to bend and extend the arms. In 5, we hold it up in 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold, extend the arms out, bring them back in towards your forehead. Excellent. We are here for another 10. Good. Continue with the breath. Squeeze those glutes for 3, 2, and 1. Lowering back down. All right, we'll come up into our cobra pose now. So keeping the hips down, just lifting up through that chest, stretch it out. We're coming into a side plank series now. So we're going to bring our right elbow underneath our right shoulder. You can do these either on your knees or your toes. If you are doing it on your knee, one knee to the floor, the other foot also comes out to the floor, but we want to keep that nice strong line. Otherwise, you can come up onto your toes to make it a little bit harder. We're going to add some rotations here. So we lift that left arm up to the sky. Our eye gaze follows our fingertips, and then we're going to bring it all the way underneath our rib cage, reaching underneath us. So inhale as we lift. Exhale as we reach all the way underneath. In 10 seconds, we'll take out the rotation and just do a plank hold. Meet me there in 5, 3, 2, 1. Arm reaching up to the sky and hold. This can be on your knee or your toes. That's it. We're here for 10. Good, breathing through it. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering back down. We're going to come onto our back next for some hundreds. So finding that nice neutral spine, we lift our arms up to the ceiling. We lift our right knee to tabletop, followed by the left. And then we're going to float those hands down towards our hips and doing little pulses up and down. We can either keep the knees bent here, or if you want to make it harder, extend the legs out nice and long. And you're going to do short, sharp breaths. So it's an inhale for 4 pulses, exhale for 4 pulses. Try and keep those shoulder blades lifted off the floor. We're not here for much longer. Last 10 seconds. Can we lift a little bit higher? Keep it going. Keep thinking about drawing that belly button towards our spine. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees into your chest before we go onto our other side to do our side plank series. So we go left elbow underneath our shoulder here. We go either on our knee or our toes, whatever you chose to do on the other side, up to you. Then we're reaching that right arm up to the sky. It's an inhale. Exhale as we curl our right hand underneath our rib cage before we bring it all the way back up again. Our eye gaze is following where our fingertips are going here, and we're keeping that nice long line through our body. In 10 seconds, we'll finish with that plank hold. So whether you're on your knees or your toes, we're going to hold it up in 5, 3, 2, 1. Reach that arm to the sky and hold it here. Good, last 10. Keep breathing through it. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lowering back down. Well done. We'll finish on our back with those hundreds one more time. So floating the arms up, knees into tabletop. Either bend the knees or extend, and we're pulsing those arms. Last little bit of class. Can we lift those shoulders a little bit higher? Keep breathing. Excellent work. Last 10 seconds here. We've got 5, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Hugging those knees into your chest and then just gently rocking them side to side. We'll come into a stretch after this. So when you're ready, we're going to pop our left foot in front of our right knee, coming into our figure 4 stretch, stretching out through those glutes. And we'll switch to the other side. So we'll bring that right foot in front of our left knee, threading the arms through and then pulling it in towards us. From there, we're going to straighten out the left leg, hug the right knee into our chest. We'll then extend the right arm long and then pull that right knee over our left leg, getting that nice lumbar twist. We're going to look towards those right fingertips and just hold it here. With every exhale, trying to let go that little bit more. Slowly coming out of that one, we'll do the other side. So straightening out the right leg, hug the left knee into your chest. We straighten out the left arm as we bring the left knee over the right leg, and then looking towards those left fingertips, getting that stretch on that side. Gently coming out of that one when you're ready, we'll come up into a cross-legged seated position. From here, we're going to pop our right hand onto our left knee, bring our left hand behind us, keeping that torso nice and straight. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, we twist around to look over our left shoulder. And we'll switch to the other side. So we bring our left hand to our right knee, bring that right hand behind us. Inhale, as we exhale, we turn to look over that right shoulder. Coming back to center here, we're going to bring either the right fingertips or the right forearm to the floor, and then we're going to reach that left arm all the way over, stretching out that left side body. We want to try and keep that left sit bone on the floor here, and then we'll switch to the other side when you're ready. So either fingertips or forearm, keeping the right sit bones down. And when you're ready, we'll come back to center. We'll finish off our class today with some nice deep breaths. So 3 long inhales and exhale. So we're inhaling through our nose for 4, exhaling out our mouth for 4. Well done on completing your class today, guys, and thank you for joining me on the mat.